Today we celebrate the Solemnity of St. Thomas, the Apostle of Jesus. Like some of his fellow apostles, St. Thomas, surnamed Didymus, who was a Galilean by birth and probably a fisherman too. The Gospel of St. John provides us a glimpse of his conflicting personality. On the one hand, loyalty of Thomas to his master was absolute and unconditional. On the other hand, he was impetuous and emotional as well. As a result, Thomas demanded from Jesus a visible and a tangible proof of his resurrection, which we read in the Gospel according to John chapter 20 verses 25. Unless I see the mark of the nails in his hands, and put my finger in the mark of the nails and my hand in his side, I will not believe. But after his powerful encounter with Jesus, his life changed completely. And the tradition says that St. Thomas traveled all the way to India around 52 AD to preach the gospel. And especially he landed in the Malabar coast, the present Kerala state, where he established the Christian communities there. And even today, the communities call themselves as Christians of St. Thomas. And later on, from there, he went to Mylapore in Chennai, where in 72 AD he capped his apostolate by shedding his lifeblood for the Master whom he sincerely loved and faithfully served. In today's readings can be comprehended in three important words. Firstly, the conviction. In the Gospel we hear Thomas, who moves from his doubting aspect to his deep faith aspect, when he confesses, "My Lord and my God." This movement of conviction becomes the foundation of his mission. Like Thomas, we may struggle with doubts and questions, but we should also remember that the Lord meets us in our weaknesses and calls us to place our faith and our trust in Him. Secondly, the courage. In today's first reading, St. Paul speaks boldly to Cornelius, breaking all the cultural and religious barriers. Similarly, Thomas left his comfort zone, his culture, his tradition, and courageously he journeyed to the distant land for one reason: to proclaim the gospel, to proclaim the risen Lord. And thirdly, the commitment. In today's second reading, St. Paul speaks of a faith which is more precious than gold tested by fire. Thomas lived this commitment till the end, remaining faithful even unto death as a martyr. Therefore, St. Thomas teaches us that the true faith involves three aspects: conviction of heart, courage to witness, and commitment even amidst trials and tribulations. As we celebrate the feast day of this great saint, let us ask his powerful intercession that, like him, we may be convinced of our faith, courageously come out of our comfort zone to witness Christ, and also remain committed to the mission that the Lord has entrusted to each one of us as Christians. Wish you all a happy feast of St. Thomas.